All right, welcome back to West Seattle. It's Ben with you here again, now in part 2. So the follow-up to the first video with the Cove. Now we're gonna take a look at its twin brother, the Ember from 900 Global. And as I already mentioned in the Cove video, take a look at it there. The numbers of this ball, 249044, the exact same. Now, it's not a hybrid, this is full pearl. So after throwing a good handful of shots with the Cove and the Rockstar in part 1, let's see if a shiny option is the natural progression after that. Fresh off the press, let's see. Okay, quicker off the spot down lane. Cleaner, quicker. Cleaner meaning it's getting through that front part of the lane very easy. Quicker meaning that it's storing energy and changing direction at a fast pace. And that's what you want when the lanes start to break down, because it means you can kind of move in a little off where you were. You trust that a ball like this is going to get you right back into striking mode. Well, by striking mode, I mean I need to get a little adjusted, or a little more adjusted, but it's okay. You're learning with me, so. I am appreciating its response time down lane, because that is what you want out of this type of an option. Let's move a little more in. Okay, that might have been a pinch too much of an adjustment, but we're in the ballpark now. We're touching the pocket. It's exactly what you want out of a 1-2 punch. It's the same idea, just a later look down lane, a little more down lane. Same spot, which is about 3 boards in of the Cove. I think this one's gonna be good. Close. That was a lot more inside. Didn't really want to get it too far right, too quick, so that it wasn't too steep, too responsive, kind of behind the head pin. That one was more in front of the head pin. Almost one of those bodied 4s. Look, let's keep going. Let's throw another. Okay. That's the happy balance I was looking for. I can be in, I can throw it right, get it out a fair bit, trust that's gonna come back, smash some pins. So now that we are here, I'll save my next thought after I throw, say, 2 more. Let's go back to back with this. Again, let your eyes kind of tell yourself the story as mine are telling me. Two thumbs up for a ball you want to move in with, get it out, and have it continue. 2 thumbs up. Lane tried to ice me out too before that one, looking like I had to go get a ball return, but just needed the Ember to cool off. So, okay, the thought that I had is that when you have a 1-2 punch, it's often not the case where you can stand in the same exact place and then go to another ball and do everything the same as that first ball before it started checking up on you, and then everything is right. Sometimes that happens. Often though, you need to make a couple tweaks and adjustments just so that you know that's a regular part of understanding your equipment. So as I'm starting to understand this one, I found that I had to be just a little bit more in, but it rewards me with excellent response time down lane. And on that one, I tried to be a lot more up the back with it, a little more forward rolling. It's capable. So depending on the look that you might need when you're in a ball like this, say, depending on the center that you're bowling at, people that you're bowling with or the types of bowling balls that people are using on your pair. That can kind of tell you that if you need to kind of change your hand a little bit, it's got you covered with both of those. Another kind of forward rolling one, still pretty deep inside. So it's got that kind of forward rolling old school carry if you need it. Your center is, say, a little slicker at the front, like West Seattle tends to be. You needed to kind of start early, maybe roll a little more forward. Ember can do it. But now, let's see what happens if I stay in, don't roll it forward. Let's get all the way around it. It's pretty good to me. So surprisingly more versatile than I would have thought after watching the first couple of shots. So I had hoped that this ball, as I tend to hope with a lot of bowling balls I really want to like, I'd hoped that this ball wasn't going to be too hockey stick shape. And it's not. It's very true to what I had heard 900 Global saying that their intention was to be with these two balls. A benchmark shape, a little on the stronger side. So super controllable, still super safe. This one, the Ember, being that cleaner option when you want to move in, when you need to move in. Let's throw one more, and then I'm going to show you my choice for what I use currently when I need a look like that. Dirty dog. Tell him, Norm. Okay, so that was a little too around the side of it there. I was gonna go into the comparative piece. Let's throw a better shot than that. I mean, it's still rad to see, but let's throw a better shot. And then we'll move to my current option. Yeah, see that one much better. Kind of an in-between of around it and forward. Just does the right things. For a clean ball, surprisingly versatile. So what do I currently use when I need to look like that? Well, so far it's been no contest. It has been Old Blue, the Ion Pro Solid. I think this ball is one of the greatest balls that's come out in quite some time. It's a solid ball, but it's polished. So what does it do? Well, it's lower flaring. It's kind of got this voodoo, clean, almost like a pro roll, but very, very controllable. Kind of benchmarky. See similar tones here? And I don't know if the camera is showing that. That was an obvious difference though. Even though this is polished and even though this is lower flaring, it's not quick like the Ember is. Very smooth, very, very smooth. Let's throw another. Okay, so that one, as you can kind of see, I missed pretty out. And it's not gonna have that response time that the Ember has to get back to the pocket. Now, again, that was me throwing a bad shot, but it is showing me the difference. Let's throw another better shot. A lot more on line. Okay, do you see just how smooth it is? So, standing in the same place that I was throwing the Ember, I got this ball going, actually, even though it's a true solid, it's going a fair bit longer and, probably not so surprising, less recovery. So let's move a little more out then. Kind of be where, actually exactly where I would stand with this ball here at West Seattle. So you can see there, a lot more direct of a shot. West Seattle Bowl doesn't have a lot of early friction like I see it at a lot of other houses. And so you kind of want to find the bowling ball generally that matches well for you at the place that you're at. In this particular case, Ion Solid, being a solid, gets it to read a little sooner than a polished pearl does, which is why I like it here. But when the fronts do start to dry up, or I go somewhere where the front parts of the lane have more age, more friction, that's when I'll turn to something like a true pearl, like the Ember. So throw one more. I'm actually gonna move a board more right. So you can see a board more right, and I got into the friction a little earlier, but it's not steep down lane, is it? It's still very smooth, kind of a down and in shot. But what I've seen from it is still very capable when I need to move in and want a safe reaction down lane. 900 Global enters and says, hold on a sec, what if we have a pearl shiny option that has a down lane motion that still isn't hockey stick? Well, see Ember. Almost a dirty dog there. But yeah, more responsive down lane. So if, when you need that, Ember, I think, for me, is one of the deciding differences between this and the Ion Pro Solid. And I know even comparing those two seems weird, but I think that's more to do with the fact that the Ion Pro Solid is a very unique piece. It's not your typical solid ball. It is polished, but it's still a phase 2 cover. So how does it do what it does? How can it be that clean? That's when you get the core numbers matched up with the cover, matched up with the surface prep. It needs all those things to be right. It can't just be one of those things. That's why I see it being comparable. It's kind of a cleaner benchmark shape, but this one, quite a bit more down lane. You see that pin over in the left corner? Just did a headstand. This ball hitting hard. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's throw 2 more back to back. And then we'll even bring the Cove out and do a 1-2 with those. Because why not? Let's send it wide, bring it back. All right, one more before the Cove comes back out. Dirty dog. Norm? Get out of here. Okay, that was the Ember. Its twin brother, the Cove. Not really desiring to do a video where it's showing a bunch of shots from me between the two of them. There's gonna be plenty of videos that can show that. Kind of wanted to break it down into 2 parts so you get your money's worth taking a look at each individual ball. But here, from the same place, here's the Cove. Yeah, you see that difference? It's like the same shape with the Cove. It's a couple feet closer to you. The Ember, it's a couple feet further from you and a little more angular. All right, for one more with part 2, star of the show, the Ember. We'll wrap it up. Okay, not a great shot, but that'll do. So the Ember and the Cove. If you need a benchmark, kind of true, reliable type of ball motion, and you aren't sure if you need or want a solid or a shiny pearl, hey, guess what? 900 Global has 2. You could choose one or complete your bag and get both. I think they both have a spot. They're different enough to definitely complement each other. You hear 1-2 punch all the time. It can be kind of monotonous. It can be kind of buzzwordy. It can be kind of inauthentic. But in this particular case, these two actually do complement each other pretty well. So take a look. And so that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.